right, everybody. Thank you for coming to the last presentation of this year. And what a way to end. We get to celebrate Michelle Zamudio. I had the luxury of having her in my band class for, I think, 3 years, 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. During that time, she played clarinet, and then the last year, she really wanted to challenge and tried out for percussion. Was a fabulous player. Recently, she's traveled to New York and done some culinary stuff there. I'm sure we'll hear about that. And one thing that I know about her, every time I see her in the halls, she has a bright smile and always says hello. And that is really, really special. Not everybody does that, even adults. So I want you to know how special that is, Michelle. All right, let's give her a warm welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to my presentation and taking a little bit of time off your afternoons to come and see me. My name is Michelle Joanna Zamudio, and I'm excited to show you guys what I've done over these past 4 years. So here's a little bit about me. So who am I? I'm the oldest daughter of 3. I have a little brother named Brian and a little sister named Kayla. And I will be the first generation to go to college of my family. I will be the second generation to graduate from high school following after my dad. And I would like to consider myself very shy and reserved. I don't really like to be involved in very many things at school, but I try. I really like to cook. It's been my passion for a very long time. I don't do it very often at home, but I've been doing it as a job, and I've been doing it slowly but surely more at home, and I've really enjoyed it. That's kind of what I want to follow in. And I would like to say I'm a little bit nerdy, so like everything I've done with food, it kind of leans back to like stuff I've seen in shows or stuff I've seen in cartoons. I've really wanted to like pursue that myself and make it more of a talent. Next, I want to show a little bit of my past 4 years. This video shows both my friends and family and little moments I've enjoyed throughout high school. I've had a lot of very fun moments in my high school career. I've also had very challenging moments. So I'd like to take a moment to kind of acknowledge my academics. They were kind of my biggest grit piece of my high school career. I will be graduating Manson High School with a 3.2 GPA. But my biggest problem throughout high school was my attendance. Mr. Lopez can kind of vouch for this, that I had a lot of calls to school that I wasn't going to be at school. But I tried. I got slowly better at that. My senior year has probably been my best year of attendance in 6th grade. And I think that was like my biggest challenge after my sophomore year. I had to go down to Ciudad Juarez to become sort of like a citizen. I went down for my visa. And that kind of slowed me down in my schoolwork and stuff, and I ended up missing a lot of school for that. And then following that, I ended up missing a lot of school after that to try to keep catching up from home. When that was happening, I was taking a lot of college classes, and these college classes kind of pushed me to be where I'm at now. I'm really thankful to have taken all of these. A few that I want to mention are CW Biology 101, 201 with Mr. Hellison. These classes kind of pushed me through to my culinary career, teaching me a lot about little basics behind what's involved with food. I also want to thank Mr. Fournier for EW Public Speaking. Without that class, I don't think I could be up here. And English 130, also with Mr. Fournier. It's taught me a lot about reading and writing that I plan to use in the near future to maybe write a book. I also want to take a little bit of time to talk about Math 101. That was probably my favorite class this year. I told Miss Sorensen I wouldn't do math anymore, but I did it. And it showed me a lot of like little things that I probably wouldn't know that I need for outside of school. It was more math that I can do hands-on, and I really appreciated that class. And these pictures are a few like little moments I got. This was in Biology 201. Me and my best friend, we were able to take each other's pulse. It was a very hard assignment. I couldn't do it, she could do it. We also took a little field trip for PE and health, where we learned how to drive, a boat. This was me studying with my friends, Edith and Mitzi. This was kind of at the end of the year last year. This was my interview with David from the landing, and a few pictures from cheer, my class picture, and another picture from biology where we dissected a tree. I also want to talk about my leadership, extracurricular activities. They were kind of my pride when it came to school. This year I was given the honor to be a cheerleader. And when I was a cheerleader, it was during the whole homecoming fall season for football. So I was able to also help with the pep rally this year. And I was on the dance committee, so I helped plan the dance. Being part of the cheer team meant a lot to me. I was able to see a different side of our town and see how close everyone got together for the few weeks of fall that football was going on. I was also part of the GSA. The GSA is the Gay Straight Alliance Club, run by Ms. Sorensen. I was able to see a lot of different faces in our school and see the type of people that we have around us and befriend a lot of them. I also did tennis, which I got a varsity letter in. Here are some girls on the team when I played. And I really enjoyed both sports very much. I think they were probably some of my happiest moments throughout high school. And I'm really thankful to have given myself the opportunity to try out for these and like be involved. There was also moments where I was required to do community service. These moments were very fun to me. I was able to experience a few moments for Halloween, my favorite holiday. I was able to help with not only the haunted house we do downtown, but the food drive this year with the Interact Club, where we kind of went trick-or-treating downtown. It was very fun to see the type of people we have in our community who are very thankful for us and the little hard work they're putting in, giving us maybe one can or like a box full of food and trying to help out as much as they could. I also did Read Across America, and I helped out for the elementary field day. I've been very involved with the elementary for the past 2 to 3 years, not only reading to a few classes, but just helping out when I could. This year I was given the opportunity to read to Miss Holiday's second grade classroom. Reading to them really helped me pick who I wanted to help out this year for my teacher, my TA class. I really enjoyed these kids. They're very much a very fun group to be around, and I hope to see what they can become in a few years when they're also seniors. We also did, this year, we cleaned up downtown. It was fun to try to clean up the parks together and just be kind of one big class helping out. Next I want to talk about my pathway. Throughout high school, I always knew kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to study in food. So I've kind of been pushing myself for that. Throughout the past 4 years, I've been both cooking at home and cooking at work. I've been working at Harmony Meadows and local grounds. Here are some of my coworkers, and these are a few different dishes I've done for different places. Working at Harmony Meadows and local grounds has given me the opportunity to push myself for what I want to do in the near future, and has really persuaded me to continue in the culinary world. I've been selling cookies from home and from school to both classmates and teachers when either I needed help or I just wanted to make someone stay and give them a box of cookies. I've also gotten, like I said a little earlier, I got an interview with David Rodriguez, the general manager of the landing. I'm very thankful for that. He was very encouraging for what I want to do with my future. He gave me his experience and his life, working both the back of the kitchen and the front of the kitchen, telling me different things I would have to be looking forward to if I did want to follow my career. And he encouraged me going to school because he thought that that would bring my culinary talent to a whole nother level and it would be more appreciated. So I'm really thankful for that for him. He couldn't be here today, I invited him, but I hope he sees this one day and that he just knows that I'm very thankful for him. I've also been to New York quite a few times. When I've been in New York, I've visited the Culinary Institute where I plan to study, and I've been given the great pleasure to say that I've been placed nationally on a scale that tells me that I have a lot of talent and that they're really excited to have me as a student. So with that, I want to say that my next step is to study at the Institute of Culinary Education in New York, New York. At this school, I will be studying a dual diploma in the pastry arts and the culinary arts. I've been told by the teachers that I have a lot of bright talent and I will be their youngest student in the past 4 years that they've had. This is their biggest change to their school. They've never had a student so young enroll, and let alone come from one side of the country to the other. And I will be studying there. Here are a few pictures of when I went to school, dishes I saw, and dishes I got to taste from the class. It was a very fun experience to visit New York, and I think visiting this school really pushed me for my passion, and I'm really excited to study there this fall. I want to thank Mr. Hellison, Mrs. Teague, and Mrs. Soliday for being here for me these past 4 years of high school. First off, I want to thank Mr. Hellison. He couldn't be here today, but I want to thank him for being my favorite teacher throughout high school. He was always there for me, not only when I needed help with my assignment, not only just to tell me, you can figure it out, but he was there to tell me that like I could do it, and sometimes I would just go into his room and bother him, like, Mr. Hellison, can I stay in here? No. And then I'd leave. But he was always there, and I'm really thankful for him. He's been a great friend, and I'm really happy to call him my mentor. I also want to thank Mrs. Teague for this past year. I haven't had Mrs. Teague as a teacher since my freshman year probably, but she let me stay in her classroom with open arms and let me talk about my future to her. She's been really encouraging for my future. Not just her, but her husband Jared. They've been really supportive of my choices, and I want to thank them for that. She's been like another mom at home, at school that I can just talk to. Sometimes it's about school, sometimes it's not about school, but she'll listen to me, and I'll listen to her. I'm really thankful for her. I also want to thank Mrs. Soliday for letting me back in her classroom for the past 2 years. I haven't been a second grader for a very long time, but she's let me go back and kind of just experience second grade again, helping these kids learn to read and do a little bit of math. I've really enjoyed being back in her classrooms. It's crazy to think that 10 years ago that was me, but I'm really thankful for her for letting me experience all these little bright moments with these kids. And nextly, I want to thank my family and friends. First off, I want to say thank you to my mom, Maria Ramirez. Te quiero decir gracias por estar aquí por mí, no nomás los últimos 4 años, pero por toda mi vida. Y por darme la oportunidad de poder estudiar tan lejos. Y por siempre ayudarme a seguir mis sueños, aunque fuera nomás hacer una caja de galletas. Siempre me has apoyado en lo que quiero hacer y te quiero dar muchas gracias. Le quiero dar gracias a mi papá, Pedro Zamudio, por no nomás ser el hombre de la casa, pero por ayudarme, no nomás económicamente, pero emocionalmente cuando lo ocupaba. Muchas gracias, pa. Y también le quiero dar gracias a mi prima Diana. Thank you for being thank you for being here for me like an older sister. You know, I've been in your life for a very long time. And I'm really thankful for you for pushing me to follow my dream in the future, even if that means we'll be very far away from each other. I know that you'll always be here for me, and I love you. I also want to thank her brother Gustavo for for always encouraging me to finish high school and to follow my dream. He did not go to college, but he says that he always told me that I should take the opportunity, that it was something that he kind of regretted in life, and that if I was given the choice to follow through. And I'm really thankful for his words. I also want to thank my brother Brian for always being there for me, even if he was just going into my room to yell at me to like get on Fortnite or something. He was very important to me in my past few years of life, and I really love him. And my little sister too.